All right, back again at the land. I spent like my first 30, 40 minutes here just walking outside in the sun. Because honestly, that's really one of the better warm-ups, is just walking. Just being able to get outside, actually get that good sunlight. But today is the last day of the first week. So this is like my primer bin session. Originally, I had this day set to be like 3:30 for 4, but yesterday we did 3:15 for 5, and it felt pretty easy. So I think I'm gonna bump that up by like 10 pounds. So, eventually been feeling good. Been feeling good lately. Let's see how this 225 feels for today. Yeah, pretty much nothing in my hands. So I was actually talking to one of my good friends yesterday, and I'm actually like pretty curious as to see like how y'all may feel. Because like for me, I know where I stand. I'm pretty solidified on that. But one of the things that honestly I'm tired of is just some things being normalized in society that really doesn't need to be normalized. Like right now, being fake or being like inauthentic or just kind of like being in a space to where like you don't care with people that you're supposed to be caring about, like that's so normal, you know? Like pretty much people either see you as something to use or somehow just some way are just there to service you, like service themselves. And that's the whole reason that y'all have a friendship. But at the same time, like you're talking behind their back, like you talk shit about them. But that's like normal. And then like if you call that out, or if you point that out, or if you point out that there's some type of disrespect or that there's just like a line that has been drawn for no reason, then that's like the weird part. Like you're weird for that. And like that's something that I don't stand on. That's something that's just like forever weird behavior to me. How much is this? A 10 and a 10, 20, 335. So I need the 2.5s. So like, I don't know. I'm someone that like, when I consider you like a friend, like you're my friend. So, and I don't take that word lightly. Like I can be like, I'm cool with people, or like, oh, I know that person, but I wouldn't say like people are like friends. Some of y'all be like calling people friends and be doing them in the worst way. Like that is some crazy behavior. Now mind you, I understand people make mistakes and people can like say they're sorry and they apologize and they move on from something, and then great, y'all moved on from it, you accepted them for who they are or their faults, and you accept them trying to be better. I feel like that's completely different. But to be friends with people that you just consistently like enjoy going to someone else and then trying to like talk shit or make fun of, it's not friendship, you know? Like that's really weird, but that's like normal. Like that's today's world, especially in like the fitness community. Like that's normal. Like you do all this behind closed doors, but then when you see them in person or you try to do business with them, everything's like, oh, we have the best group, or we have the best community, or like, oh, like this is my brother, this is da da da. And it's like, it'd be fake as hell. But anyways, time for me to go ahead and hit this 340 for a top set of 4 and really get locked in for the rest of the session. I just wanted to talk about that. Yeah, but honestly, I said all that really just to not necessarily like harp on or kind of like lead to not trusting anyone or anything like that. Really was more just like something that I recognize like in the community, and it's just normal. And I think it's okay to tell people that that shit is not normal. I don't know where this shit's supposed to go. So it's 3:15. I'm really bad at counting pounds, I ain't gonna lie. So this is 225, and I need 300 on the dot. A 35 would be 70, and that'd be 295 with the 2.5. There we go. All right, I'm bad at pounds, but I'm not bad at math. All right. Yeah, but something that I've learned also is that like you can't go down that line too much, because sometimes you can just simply not care, right? I think that's different. Like, I think if people do stuff or switch up or change, sometimes they honestly didn't do anything wrong to you. It's just that they just may not be as close to you anymore. That's not the same thing. Like, that's just something you gotta like recognize that, hey, they may be going through whatever they're going through, or they just may be in a season where they're a little bit different. But that has nothing to do with like anything that I'm talking about beforehand. So like, this is like purely like people actually doing you wrong, not just you feeling as if someone's changed. That's different. Let people grow. Let people do what they need to do for their own season. Give people grace. Still be normal. Don't necessarily take anything too personal. The thing is, like, when it does become personal and someone has crossed like your own boundaries and your own lines, like, stand up for something. Like, don't be cool with just anything and everything, because neutrality is an enemy to oneself. Because trying to be neutral just means that eventually you become everyone's enemy, because you're not standing up for anything. Like no one knows who you are. Like, you need to have some enemies, or you need to have people that you don't get along with, because if you don't have that, then you have no values, you have no system, you have no integrity. And I think that's one of the biggest missing pieces, and one of the things that we need more of. So please, by all means, like, if you're listening to this, like, please dig more into that, because that's more important than anything out there. And if you have integrity when it comes to like hitting these goals and powerlifting and trying to get stronger, or really any other goal that you have, if you have integrity, it allows you to really stick with discipline a lot better. All right, let's hit these 3x6s. But honestly, I just thank God, honestly, for like everything that I've gone through, because with that and him by my side, It allowed me to make my mistakes, allowed me to go through my shit. But also now I'm on the other side of it all, and I can see everything with a much better lens. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I'm the person that I am, for sure. I think I can stay here for another set. Probably do 130 for another set of 12. And also, it's just funny. That's one of the things about like just coming to the gym. Like, people are gonna stand in front of your shit. It is what it is. I don't really care. So I'm going to do another set of 12, and then probably drop it down to the hundreds or like the 105s or something, just to make sure I get a quality 12 reps. But yeah, honestly, feeling good. I'm excited because here at Alphaland, they actually have the 200-pound dumbbells, and I know that I'm supposed to be pressing that for reps. So hopefully by October, I'll actually have it in a rep range so where I can actually go for the 200 and then not throw me off a program. All right, let's get this set in. I think that was a good call, for sure. I think now definitely need to drop it down to the 100s because I don't think I could get another 12 with 130 right now. For sure not. No matter how much water I drink. So move it down, get some quality reps, keep it pushing. I think I fucking bruised my quad trying to, when I put the 130s on here. Funny as shit. Like, what the fuck? rest, short rest, short rest. Come on. Exhaust the muscle. Reach higher. Short rest, short rest. This is actually one of the things I really like. There's 3 gyms. So, gym 1, a little busy. Gym 2, I don't really like gym 2, honestly. But this 3rd gym is clutch with the dumbbells because barely anyone kind of like comes back here, or if they come back here, it's just for posing. So, allows me to get a lot of my minor accessories out of the way. So that way I can have the shortest workouts possible. Ooh. Let's go, last set. Let's go. Oh, all right, so when I superset my lateral raises and my rear delt flies, really pay attention to how I do my rear delt flies, because I feel like in those, you can really work your serratus and you can really get a lot of protraction that a lot of us powerlifters need in that exercise. Like, it's not just for the rear delt, but it's also to send the scapula or the muscles around the scapula through a certain range of motion. So, let's get it. Anyways. Let's fix this so y'all can see me. All right, so another quick successful workout. Honestly, it was a good day. Like, I'm like so thankful to be in the position that I'm in. Other than the fact that I definitely bruised my quad out of nowhere. That's just crazy. Like, it hurts to flex it, but I can tell it's a bruise. Like, it's not the actual muscle, but it's just a bruise, I guess, from the weight being set on there. Whatever. But honestly, I'm blessed to be in this position right now. Like, I'm excited to keep building on this strength. And I have a lot of, I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm back in that zone, back in that mode of just being like laser focused, like towards just not even necessarily like proving people wrong. However, like, y'all, a lot of people think they're slick. Like, just because you are on a podcast doesn't mean that, like, you know, like, you actually have a voice. Like, just because you have a mic in front of you doesn't mean you have an actual voice. So, like, the slight disrespect or like the silent disrespect is definitely noted. But honestly, this is more to like prove myself right. And with that, I'll prove people wrong. But for me, I just need to prove myself right. Like, back in 2021, no one believed what I was capable of, and no one really believed what I could achieve. And I just had this like belief in myself. No matter what people thought, said, no matter what they predicted, none of that mattered, because I knew even more so than Marcellus at the time. Like, I know Marcellus would have been happy if I would have deadlifted 770, 780, but I knew I had an 800 deadlift. Didn't really have any true data to truly support it, but I just knew it. It's the same thing with like my squat. I knew I could squat 7. Um, like Marcellus probably would have been happy if I could just squat 690, but I knew I had more. So that's what I'm getting back to. It's just that type of mindset, that type of gear. And I haven't really been there for a while. I feel like, honestly, like that whole shit that happened in 2023, I think really like fucked me up mentally, like more so than people realize, and more so than I even realized myself. Um, it's just now almost 3 years later that I'm able to actually like see everything for how it is, and I've seen everything play out, and now I've kind of like grown mentally, and I've matured to a point to where I don't need to operate out of that anymore. I got to get back to myself. And 2021 was probably like the last year I was like myself. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to be exactly like how I was because um, I'm clearly not that same person. But at least that feeling is how I feel right now, but just in a more matured, evolved state. So I'm excited. And y'all watching and being along for this journey, I'm excited. I think I'm just gonna treat my YouTube videos just like this. Like literally just keep videotaping the day and just bring y'all along with me for the journey. Like forget the views and forget the likes and forget if like it gains traction or not. Like this is like me actually documenting my own personal diary and my own personal journal. So again, for those who ride with me and for watching, appreciate y'all. And until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace.